I am Ibrahim Richmond from South Africa. I've just recently embraced Islam in April of this year, and I am so happy to become one of family. My brothers, my beautiful brothers, my beautiful sisters in Islam. Yes, it was in April, in the month of April, in my beloved country, South Africa. I was in the church. It's a small church, and I used to sleep where my mother. She was old. She used to sleep, so there's a small bed for my mother. So I used to sleep there, and this dream came. It came for the first time. It was a voice. The voice was saying to me, "Tell your people to wear white kurtas and white topis." And I said, "What dream is that?" It was around about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, "It's just a dream. What is white? What white is this?" And on the second day, around about the same time, same dream came. Same voice saying to me, "Tell your congregation to wear white topis and white kurtas." Now it's coming second time now. But I said, no, it's just a dream. But I was a little bit worried because now it's first time, same voice, same dream. The third time, it was so aggressive, like instructing me now. Instruction, tell your people to wear white kurtas and white topis. And the following day, which followed that last aggressive dream, was going to be a meeting where all the bishops, archbishops, priests, about 150 of them were going to be there. It was a meeting. We call it the synod of the church. Was going to be there, the executive. And I was sitting, the meeting was to start at 11. I was sitting there and I was thinking, must I tell them? Must I not tell them? What will happen? What are these people going to say? I'm their leader. Now I'm telling them about this dream that they've got to change and wear these white topis and white kurtas. But Allah gave me strength. I went in there and I told them. I said, I had a dream. I explained the dream to them. And they started talking to each other about the dream. So the congregation, they believed in me because I usually tell them dreams and they come through. And they said, "No, we accept, but this is Muslims we are talking about." They were telling me, "This is Muslims that were like that." And it was that meeting, and I was happy that they accepted. I felt relieved. They accepted the dream. And the next session was going to be on the 7th of April. It was the passing over. And on that day, I was busy at the church, sorting out some stuff at the church, preparing for the big meeting. There were about plus minus 500 people there. And whilst I was busy, one of the priests came to me and said, "Hey, our leader." I said, "Yes." He said, "You've got visitors." I said, "Visitors? From where?" They say, "Muslims." I said, "Muslims?" Then when I turned, I saw Muslim brothers. They were already inside the church wearing white. And I went to them, embraced them. And when I was walking to them, the dream came back. And it clicked that this is real. My dream was real. When I embraced that one brother, I said to him, "I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you." And that is how my dream was fulfilled. And from that day, I told my brothers, my Muslim brothers, there were 4 of them. I said, "Please come back at night. I'll have about plus minus 2,500, 2,600 members of the congregation. They will be here. And they explained to me a little about Islam. And my heart was starting to change a bit. And then they came back. It was night time, around about 2100 hours at night. They came back, and I was happy. The congregation was happy for them. We gave them space so that they can greet our people. And I asked them, I said, you told me about Islam, how one become Muslim. They said, you've got to follow one God, bow to one God, and one God only. I said, here in my church, we follow that, but not correctly, because we're mixing Christianity and all that. And they said, if you are saying that, what do you have in mind? I said, I want to become a Muslim. I want to become a Muslim. I want to have one God, not many gods, not that God, not that God. They said, no, you've got to take the Shahada. And does your followers follow the God that you are talking about, the God of Abraham, the God of Ishmael? I said, yes. They said, can we say the Shahada, and can you explain to them first? So I did explain, and we've got learned people there. We've got teachers, we've got lawyers, police officers, lots of people. Yes, we've got few little old people, illiterate people and all that. But I explained what are they going to say, and you as the believer of one God, you've got to say what they are saying, that we are now going to become Muslims. And I explained that through our government, South African government, everybody has the right to choose his or her religion, and no one can force that person can stop that person now to follow that religion. After 1994, that was in our constitution. And this guy started giving the Shahada, and I was explaining in our language, Zulu and English, and one guy was there, was explaining as well, and we were singing the Shahada and clapping hands, and we were so happy, and from there, that's when I became a Muslim. And I strongly believe with the acceptance of my people, and they accepted me following Islam, and I strongly believe that all the congregants will follow Islam. And as I'm speaking to you, they are coming to Islam, and I'm so happy, because the dream that I had is now becoming fulfilled, and I'm happy. And no matter what happens, I will follow the dream, and I will follow the footsteps of the Prophet, our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Quran. That is what I'm going to follow, no matter who says what, no matter who say whatever they can say. People can say things are man-made. People made things to hamper you to go forward. Our beloved Prophet had a hard 23 years to get people to Islam, and I believe, as I have correctly said, that I will follow the footpath of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. I'm going to the correct path. I've seen the light in Islam. Islam is a true religion. I am making du'as that the whole world can see this true religion. This is the true religion. It is the truth. And we've got to bow to only one God. And for me, becoming to Islam, it was a great relief. You see, I had heavy burden, not knowing who to follow. They give you that God, they tell you that God, and now I'm on the correct path. Only one God that I bow to Him, no one else. Thank you very much. I didn't know about that. Nobody came to tell me about Islam. And correctly, I asked these Muslim guys, I said, how did you, Muslim brothers, how did you come to our church? They said, no, we saw one of your flags. It had the star and the moon, and it's our emblem. That's our emblem. That emblem brought us to this church. I said, no, the emblem comes from my father, and he followed that emblem. And in the townships, we are the only church that has got the star and the moon. We started the star and the moon. It was my father, Johannes, who started the star and the moon. And remember, the name Johannes, he was just given that name because of during the apartheid times. You don't know your name, you don't know your surname, here's the name, here's the surname. So it's not his proper name. Johannes is not his proper name. So from there, I was so happy I'm on the correct path. And if you tasted Islam and you follow the Quran and you follow the ways of the Prophet, you'll never go wrong. Islam is the true religion. Not saying that Christianity is wrong. Everybody has the right to choose what he chooses. But looking at that Bible, I don't know how many Bibles are there. But with Islam, there's only one Holy Quran, and it stood the test of time. It has never been changed, altered, nothing has been done with it. It stood the test of time. It came from the mountain of Jabal Nur to the Prophet, and it stood the test of time. It was never changed. There's no changes, there's no mistakes there and there. And I'm not saying that Christianity, people has got a right to believe what he believes. I believe what I believe. I chose Islam. What I saw in Islam, I saw light. I saw the truth. Islam can change the world, can bring peace into this world. Islam is all about peace. It can bring, and I'm praying that the whole world can see the beautiful Islam. My country, South Africa, can see the beautiful world of Islam. Islam is so, so, so beautiful. Thanks to our government of the day, the constitution that they enshrined, perfect constitution. It's good for everyone to choose what you want. And our president has allowed Islam to run freely. The government of the day, I can't thank the government of the day. They did a wonderful work to allow Islam, and Islam is helping, especially this country, is helping South Africa, education, with all that I've seen it here. There are students here from South Africa that are learning, and they are helping some impoverished areas with food, education, upliftment, skills. This beautiful country is doing a lot for South Africa, and the relationship between the two countries, may Allah keep that relationship going for years. And again, thank you to our president, thank you to the government of the day, and all the role players who are allowing Islam, and all the political parties around us who are allowing Islam to run freely now in our country. And I strongly believe that Islam will grow and grow, not only in South Africa, but all over the world. I haven't experienced that yet, because South Africa was tight in Christianity. It's all Christianity. I will not know about politics and all those other things. Only I know I'm happy for our government to allow us to choose what religion we want. Is enshrined in the Constitution of South Africa. We've got to choose. We've got the right to choose. And it came with our freedom in 1994. The government of the day did a wonderful work to take care of the religious section in our country, and to make sure that we choose what we want. And I'm happy you can be whatever you want to be, and but I'm making dua that all my South African brothers and sisters come to Islam. Islam is a true religion, and I'm taking it to them, and I'm going to make sure that everyone see the light in Islam. I'm making a special dua for all the world, not only my country, that we see the light. And by nature, we are all born to bow to only one God. And I'm making a dua that everyone can put that in their mind and see that Islam is the true religion, and we've got to bow in only one God. Because by nature, as human beings, we had to bow to one God. Not Christianity, not that, but bow in one God. Thank you very much.
Bir fotoğraf da alacağım abi. Biraz
Abi hocamızı bir de beni çeker misin? Çektim hocam. Neyse gidiyor. Tamam neyse.